Wait, I thought that was you guys. Come along with me now. My entire apartment complex is riddled with these things. All the way down. There's probably 80 of these units here, right? Now, what do you think people use them for? You would think storing their car, right? I know this one here has a car. This one here has junk, I think. This one has a beautiful gym in it. Car, restoration business. Someone's got motorcycles. Someone's got parking signs. Someone uses it for storage. But me, I decided, since my apartment complex has such a crap gym in it, that I would decide to build my own strongman gym in it. And I haven't looked back. It was the best decision I ever made. Because no matter what, I could step 30 feet outside of my front door and I can train with the best intensity ever. I'm gonna try to enunciate better. So I just got done with like a 4 or 5 day bug. It freaking sucked. So I'm kind of starting from scratch on my training too. That's a whole nother topic here. And you might also be thinking to yourself, hey, why not just build it inside the apartment? Well, got a whole family now. I have a whole library, family, stuff, bunch of animals. It just wasn't in the cards. And that's okay. I feel like it helps to have specific places to go to get specific things done. And it's a nice break. It just feels more like a actual gym, if that makes sense. Like you're not just going to another room in your house, which is fine. Like I would totally do that, but you're not knocking the people that put gyms inside their homes or apartment rooms. Not knocking that. That's amazing. Keep doing that. So for me, it was more of there's a strongman gym near me, but it's 30 minutes away. And I wanted to use an axle bar every day. And axle bars are actually one of the cheapest bars you can buy. Only like $80. So my first piece of equipment in my garage gym was an axle bar and a rack. And I bought the rack and a barbell for $80. No, excuse me. I bought the rack and the barbell for $200 off a friend. So I had to buy some weights and I was set. I could do any free weight or barbell movement in the whole world. And it was amazing. And I did have one friend here living in this complex who actually said they had a gym built in their garage. And I thought that was the coolest idea ever. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even think about you can use an apartment garage for a single car to build a gym. And then I thought, how am I going to fit some equipment in there? So I actually had to go to the front office, go ahead and just pull the trigger on getting a unit and then measuring it to see what kind of rack I could put in there. And honestly, it didn't really matter to me because I had to buy it anyway. Oh, phone battery died outside. So I'm going to finish this in here. Yay. Alrighty. So I went to the leasing office. I decided, hey, let me pull the trigger. I'm going to get a garage unit, put my gym in there. but I didn't have anything. So, like I said, bought a friend from bought a friend from Iraq. Yeah, that makes sense. I bought a rack from a friend with a Rogue Ohio barbell. And then I just bought horse stall mats at Tractor Supply. Not bad, right? I think it was a 6x4 piece is $40. And I put 3 in there. So, I mean, 120 to put flooring down. But again, not my property. So I need to make sure that the flooring in there is non-damaged. And after that, I have a wooden dummy. So I put the wooden dummy up. Cool, you did this, you did that. But who is this all for? This is for the guy or gal who lives either far away from a gym, doesn't have any ideal gyms around you, and you're okay with getting a apartment garage unit to not store a car in, but to put a gym in. And I thought that was a freaking beautiful idea. And logically, you're thinking, well, why don't you just store your car in there? It's like, well, I'd rather, even if I had a home, I'd put a garage, or I'd put a gym in that garage anyway. So I'm going to do this regardless of where I'm at, who I am at the time, what I have. It's happening. All right. So I think eventually down the road, if you were like me and you just not truly happy at any other gym because it's not your own space, then building a home gym or garage gym anywhere, any circumstance is the answer. Firmly believe that. Just like anything, there's pros and cons to it, right? More so pros than there are cons. But the biggest con, especially with mine, and you can be different, you could be better than me, like everyone, but you could put a heater or a cooler in there. You put heating and AC if you want in there. Now for me, I don't care that much. You know, in the summertime, if it's hot, whatever, like, it makes training in normal commercial gyms way easier in the summertime. Like, if someone asked me to go lift with them in a commercial gym, I'm wiping them off the floor because I'm used to doing 90-degree heat squats and overhead presses and deadlifts in 90 degrees. And they're used to doing it in, you know, a mild temperature. So the cardio already is vastly improved, and it just feels like a sauna in there. To me, it feels good. Now in the wintertime, if it's below 40, I'm not getting in there. I've done a workout in there when it was 32 degrees, and it's not fun. Not fun at all. All the iron is freezing, doesn't feel good. That's the main con I have with it, is training all year. Maybe not for you. That's okay. If you can handle temperatures, I would do it. And that would be one of the reasons why most people probably put them inside their own home or inside of a real garage attached to their house. They can, you know, have the heating and cooling and all that stuff a lot better. But the pros to me outweigh all that. You know, it's 30 feet from my house. I can go anytime. It doesn't take away from kiddo time. It doesn't take away from wife time. You know, I can just, if someone needs me, I'm right there. That's what's nice. So these are all excellent reasons to do that. So even if you're not in apartments, so what if you're not even in apartments? I said, you go ahead and, if you have a spare room, build it in the spare room. You know, if you're a singular bachelor lifestyle, put it in your living room. It's probably what I would do. I'll just say, screw it, living room's the biggest room. I'm making that the weight room. Screw it. I would do that. I wouldn't bat an eye putting a bench press in the middle of the living room. I'd do it. 100% would do that. I don't freaking care. I'll put it where it works. I would recommend anyone get or set up some kind of home gym equipment, something where you can do it at home. Because what if the weather's bad? What if you can't travel? You know, what if you're more under the weather and you don't want to get out? And you got stuff at home to use. That's why I bought the chest crusher. That's why I bought the chest expander. That's why I have all these little gadgets and stuff where I don't have to go anywhere. I'm set. You know, even if I didn't have the weights, I have those things. I can take those with me. Even if I'm traveling, if I'm going anywhere, I can just take that stuff with me. That's awesome. And of course, if you have not yet, please like and subscribe. It does help me out. It's my only call of action to you guys. If you're watching this, like this kind of content, I make more of it. I'm doing a new challenge coming up. I'm going to post that video too. I just got done with a half rep challenge. You can watch that on my channel as well. Please do. It helps me out. I appreciate you guys. Stay tuned for my next 30-day challenge coming up.